And yeah, so warm welcome to everyone this evening. Nice to see. I was actually, why I allowed the chit chat is so that we could have more members come in. Salam, if you could put it in the main training group, because Padma has put it to admin only mode, I can't do. Okay. So just tell the members that, wherever you all can put it, that we are starting in another 5 minutes. Okay. So that they can join in. So how are you all tonight? Thank you all for joining, and I can just see very few cameras on. Can I have some more cameras on so that we can, welcome our guest? Yeah, thank you, Karthik. Manisha, can I have your camera on and you on mute? Yeah. Good. So all of you doing well today?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's all welcome. So can we put the recording is on? Yeah. Thank you, Rajendra. So let's all welcome our guest speaker for tonight, Tuesday Learning, right? Tonight's Tuesday Learning. I think this is our 13th one, 12th के बाद 13th वाला है ये, है ना?
नहीं, ये अभी 14th वाला है.
14th वाला है. Very good. Okay. So this is our 14th Tuesday Learning session, and it has been, a very good going so far, right? We have all been enjoying, and I just want to make a mention. Today I had a session for conflict resolution, and I went through Sumit's session fully and got prepared. It was such an awesome feeling, how you prepare. You're preparing in a whole new way. Yeah. So let's welcome our guest tonight. She is a soft skills trainer whose forte is as a communications coach, employability and English proficiency trainer. She lives in Delhi NCR and is currently also working in a college too there. Today, she is going to create communications in a whole new way. Given we all are, a set of accomplished trainers and know a lot around the said topic, I am asking all of you to participate, cooperate, and collaborate with her fully and make this session interactive. And before I give her the stage, I would also like to acknowledge her for jumping in at such a short notice and bailing us out from a breakdown. So I'm sure you all must have gone through this, but I will just invite her formally, Nutan Luthra. She is our guest speaker today. And Nutan, the stage is all yours. Warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Beena.
Warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much.
Salam, do we need to put her on focus, and how is it going? I don't know. I'm doing it for the first time. Do you need to push spotlight her?
Yeah, I think that will be better.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Okay,
Thank
and you can probably mute others.
Yeah.
All.
That I'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can go ahead. Are? Ha.
Thank you so much for the spotlight, first of all. And thank you so much, Beena, for giving such a warm welcome in this meeting that is very own of mine. And we started this group. Elvis is very own of us. We started this corporate trainings together. And I still remember the time when we used to discuss over the things, the terms, those are needed for corporate trainings, and how we took the terms positively into this new field. Yes, feeling nostalgic about all, and have to come back in the meet. Yes, I really love if Elvis come here with the window on, and I would like to. Yes, Beena.
Elvis is not there today, so Elvis is yet वो छुट्टी मना रहा है, तो उसका Rajendra is there at the backstage, so he's not coming. He's camera shy. Okay, so we leave him.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
No.
yes, I hope I am quite audible to everyone. All right. So, as Beena mentioned about my profile, I worked with the college students as well, with the corporate world, with the executives. So, creating the session for today's meeting was a little tricky for me because I know that everyone is quite experienced. And at first, I thought that, am I going to give them something new? Then I asked myself, and I thought that no, this is not my turn to give something to them. This is my opportunity to take from them today. So this will be very interactive session where I would be taking your inputs. Those would be helping all of us all together. So I chose this topic, effective communication, just on the basis that this is the need of an hour. Everyone needs to communicate, and even effectively. So let's see how I would be triggering the knowledge of everyone and how we all would be taking benefit from this topic and from the activities. And by the way, I would like to welcome you all that I forgot to put my regards in the very starting. Please apologize. And I'm really glad to be here among all. Thank you so much. And if you give me permission, shall I start the session?
Yes.
Thank you. Everyone, can you show me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
So for that, I would like to share my screen. And here we go. Okay. I hope it's visible to you all. My screen is shared.
Not it. Double click
No.
it. Yeah, now.
Yeah, it's now visible.
Shared.
Effective communication.
Go on
Yeah,
the
it's
full
visible.
screen
Yes,
share.
visible now.
So the topic for today is effective communication. And as my name is written, Miss Nutan Luthra, I am certified soft skill and business English coach. So I have done my certifications into these two subjects. Before going further or moving ahead, I would like to give a short introduction, that is my PEP introduction. So that means that first P for profession, then E for education, then third is passion. I would really want to share with you all about my profession. As you can see that these all are the logos of the brands with whom I have worked. UFaber is one of the companies located in Pune.
Nutan, your screen is
Nutan.
stuck.
Excuse me.
Go for
Yeah.
full screen mode.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to go on to presentation mode, and
Yeah.
it's not moving right now, Nutan.
Absolutely.
Veena, I have already clicked on the presentation mode. Is it
It's-
not showing?
No,
to-
no.
Oh,
Just try again.
okay. So,
Stop share and try again.
and once again.
Yeah,
Yes,
now
now
it is
clearly
on.
visible.
Okay.
That's what I said. Just click down so that we know it is moving and we can see. Just click down arrow or the next arrow. So
Fine.
no, it is not moving, huh? Did
No,
you click?
No, I have not clicked, and I
Okay.
just want to be on this slide. That's why.
Yeah.
It's full screen now and it's pretty much visible.
Oh, thank you. So I have worked with these all brands, UFaber, Vardhaman, where I imparted that conflict management trainings to the senior management. Then I worked with Flipkart, where I trained the new batches for customer-centric trainings. I worked with Foundation as well, where we together, I was in a team of ex-IFS officers and some ambassadors of the country, and we created some kind of courses. Those were giving the message, invaluable teachings of Mahatma Gandhi as well as Nelson Mandela. Then I worked with Delhi Skill and Entrepreneurship, where we worked on the language building skill of Delhi school students, especially into English language. I also worked as an assistant professor with Asian Law College, where I imparted soft skill training, personality development to the future leaders who are going to the new advocates, I must say. Then in my education, I completed my master's in economics. I completed my master's in education. Then I have completed my 1-year diploma with into computer application. And then I completed my soft skill certification from IIM Khadak course, online mode. And also I achieved French language A2 level certification from Alliance Française. And here I would really like to tell you all about my passion. You can see here, whenever I'm free, I love to create some crafts with the mud and, some kind of, what should I say? This is an art and craft thing. Those I would like to do. And yes, sports, something that I feel connect me with other people. And this is the part of life, as well as gymming. So this is all about the pep talk about me. Moving ahead to the topic. Yes. I hope the screen moved to another slide.
Yes.
Yeah, it's moved. Effective communication.
Before starting, I would like to share one interesting fact. It's all about the people in US, people in Japan, and people in India. Means we are. So let's see what is that interesting fact. And for that, I would like to share the whiteboard. And here it is. New whiteboard. Beena, just let me know when it is shared. Okay. So I think I would be able to use the pen as well. Yes. Here is an interesting fact that I want to share. There was an experiment done with the phonical conversation. I would request to all other, please do not mark something on the board. Okay. All right. All right. There was an experiment done on the basis of the phonic conversation of these people. American, Japanese, as well as Indians. So the people who were into quality, when they created the graph of the conversation, let's see how the graph looks like. At first, I am going to show you the graph of American people. Two people talked and the conversation was recorded in this way. This is the first person and this is the second person. It means the first person conversed, when he completed, second person started. And when second person completed, again first person started after that. And in the same way. Okay. So the graph took this shape. Now let's talk about people in Japan. Another graph. Sorry, my drawing is not so good. Okay. Yes. Now people in Japan, it's very interesting actually. One person started the conversation, completed. Another person started from here. Then the first person started from here. And the second person started from here. Yes. Can anyone guess what is the difference in between the two maps or two graphs? Yes. Vijay Kumar has written in the chat box, it's a pause.
Yes. Second one has a pause.
Yeah, nanosecond pause is given here. Right. Now, let's see the map of Indians. Any guess? how it could
No
be?
pause, no pauses.
Okay. Any other guess? No pauses. Any other guess?
They
Overlapping.
won't even wait for one person to complete before butting in, you know.
Yes.
So everyone talking at the same time.
No, let me show you. Let me show you a pattern. These are Indians. See, I do not want to insult myself, but yes, this is the result of that survey or experiment. So the coding was recorded in this way. See, we usually create these patterns on our hands when we have henna tattoos, right? But this pattern does not look good every time. Can anyone guess what is the problem here?
Cutting each other, not letting the person complete his conversation, butting
Okay.
in into conversations.
Okay, very good. Okay, do you think that we do it knowingly?
No, we are too impatient to let the other person
Sometimes
finish.
out of excitement also we do it.
Okay, sometime in excitement. Any other answer? If I ask you that people do it without knowing or without harming to, see, this graph shows that they would be harming to each other. But 90% of the conversation carry on like this in India and without harming to anyone. How it is going? We don't listen. Okay?
It might, ma'am, it might be possible because we think that we will forget the thing which we want to say.
Yes. Okay. Very good.
I just want to say one thing. We are conditioned like that. One, I remember olden days, 30 years ago, when the interviews were happening, there was a sequence called as group discussion and then interview. And before that, written test. So in the group discussion, whosoever was speaking was selected. Whosoever was not speaking was not selected. So we were conditioned. And that's why till today, we wait to speak. We just wait. मेरा नंबर कब आएगा? वो जो अंदर है वो कंडीशनिंग है. मेरा नंबर कब? That's
Yes.
what prompting us. Habit hai.
Yes. So here we go. If we want to be an effective communicator, at first we need to understand listening skill. This always I say to myself as well as to my students. So you cannot be an effective communicator unless you are not a good listener. Right? Okay. See, in today's session, I'm not going to discuss the tools of effective communicator because I suppose this, that everyone is experienced so much in this training session. Everyone know it in the best way. Just we are going to brushing up our skill and just we are going to understand by doing some activities. That's all. Okay. So I'm moving to my next slide. So I hope my screen is shared once again, Veena. All right. So this was an interesting fact. Next time, whenever you get a chance or opportunity to talk to any Japanese, so you must be aware that if you speak something and if they don't answer, then don't think that they are so rude. No, they take their time because it is inbuilt in their culture. And if next time you talk to an Indian and if you feel that, or you talk to anyone in your country or typical Indians, I must say, who are not, groomed much into communications. So just relax because it is in their culture.
What is the reference of this study?
I have done my diploma from IIT Kharagpur. And in that, one of the professors gave this example that actually this example is very close to my heart. And from after that very example, I started understanding, yes, I need to be calm. I need to listen first. You know, IITians are IITians only. Okay. Veena, I'm not able to move to next screen. Next slide.
It's not going up, down. Yeah, it has come. It has come. What communicates?
We know that what actually communicate, not only the words. Okay, if I am here in this session and I'm speaking something, you are listening, not only my tongue is giving some messages, what else give message? The body, action, non-action, silence, words, images. What else? Okay, I would like to know from you, can you tell me how silence communicate? Please share your experiences. Anytime you were supposed to speak something, but you did not speak, and it automatically created one message and it implemented as well. And you were amazed. Oh, I did not say, but it implemented. Please share your experiences. I would love to hear.
In fact, a lot of places where we get the offers to buy something almost every day. So when we take a pause, we are silent, the other person gets a message he is not getting excited or he's not getting lured.
Okay.
Our power to negotiate also increases. One of the biggest strengths is negotiation is to maintain silence.
Okay.
One who breaks it loses it.
Fine. Very good. Anyone else?
Nutan, there are some conversations in the chat too. I would request you to go through the chat. Some are sharing on the chat.
All right. Could we ask the speaker to start? These were the starting one, especially in the situation of grief, supporting others. Yes. Vijay Kumar and C.V. Raman, holding space, silence can be understood or it can be misinterpreted too. Yes, that I want to know. Anytime you kept silence and that meant something else.
May I contribute, Nutan?
Please.
Yeah. So basically, since I'm a teacher and I spend 8 hours of my life in classroom every day, so for silence for me has two meanings. One, once I have delivered a topic and I ask my students, so do you get it? Do I move on? And there is silence. So this silence may either mean they have not got it at all, or it may mean they have understood everything. So I go on to the next question. I say, so I ask a couple of questions related with the topic. Now, again, sometimes it so happens that there is a pause, there is a silence, and I think, or I get it as I comprehend it as that they haven't understood. But if I say, okay, fine, so you have not understood, let me go and clear it again, and they say, no, just wait. We were just taking time to put our thoughts into words. So that pause is something which is a little difficult. So silence may not always means that people have not understood. It also may mean that they're taking the time to what we say, compose the message.
Yes, absolutely right. Thank you so much for giving your inputs. Anyone else want to share any experience?
Sometimes our previous experiences, which relates to anything of whatever you have listed here, that also communicates with us.
Yes. Okay. So why I brought this information here? Because I want that in each slide, we should have some takeaway. So in the previous slide, I hope we had this taken away the point or the positivity that we should be a listener. In the next slide, what I want to say that our silence also convey the message. So we need to be very mindful while creating the silence. Okay. Then our body communicates. We know that non-verbal communication, everyone knows that if we slouch or if we close our arms or if we stand leisurely or, we are not active. So it gives the message that we are bored. We don't like that session or we don't want to involve into that. So our body gives the message. Then images. This is something very beautiful. Images do give the message. Images do communicate. So for that, I would like to move to the next slide. I brought some interesting images for everyone, for all of us actually.
Your slide is not moving.
No. I clicked twice. Okay.
Yeah. Next one.
communication by images. Oh, I want to go back. Yes. Here is very interesting image. I want my audience pay attention for a few seconds and create your perception. Let's suppose you go to meet your friend or you go to your colleague's house first time. They invited you. And at the very starting of the house, maybe nearby the main door, you happen to see such kind of image. Okay. What would you perceive about them? Maybe the colleague is not into communication skills, or maybe the colleague does not understand the messages given by the images. Just they saw that this image has beautiful colors. This image is very interesting, maybe modern art. So they bought it. They mounted on the wall. But as the, we are communication skill, agents, and we know that each image says something. What you will perceive from this image? This is very illusionary image, by the way. It can give two types of messages. I think Beena guessed it something. Beena, please.
On a lighter note, he is practicing black magic.
Black magic. It's gory. That is what I was going to say. I mean, it's something. It's something which is like very morose. It's not a very inviting thing to be kept at the entry of a house or something like that.
Yes, bilkul. Madhu.
Well, what I feel is that initially when two people meet or there is an interaction, the things seem to be pretty vague and hazy, unclear. But as you spend more time with each other, things become more clearer and, you can define everything clearly.
See, Madhu find her friend that she or he is positive. That's why they put this kind of image, because at first, as the perception Madhu gave here, at first, the people are not good with each other, and with the passage of time, they started growing. So Madhu perceived this message. Beena perceived that this is something kind of a black magic or something very negative image. And Snehpal, you also said something?
Not right now.
No, it was Sundar. Sundar said something.
Sundar also said, I think, for kind of a black
magic.
magic.
Same. Yeah. Probably he was practicing black magic.
Yeah.
Yes. So images speak. So according to you, if you have to guide to your friends, what kind of images they should choose that would reflect their positivity? Let's see. Do you think that these images are good for going? Okay. I would like to know what we get from the first image. Anyone, please?
Emotions.
Emotions? Anything else?
You're inviting them to the house, like in whatever mood you are, you will go from here happy.
Okay. So let's change the scenario. Now you are not going to visit the house. You are just putting these images in your house for your own sake. So what the first image would tell you? If you paste this image just in front of your seat.
Don't worry, be happy.
Be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Okay.
I would rather
never
say,
feel sad. Always have a smile on your face.
Okay.
Yeah. Choose to smile was what I thought. You might be having fears, you might be having worries, but a smile solves everything.
Okay. Any from this picture? Picture is very deep, actually.
So this is also used for the net promoter score, like the detractors, the passives, and the promoters.
Okay.
well, to me, it is like different situations, different reactions.
Okay. Did anyone notice that these are three boxes, but one box is lifted up? because that box is giving the smile.
Smile.
There's a comment which is saying that happiness is in your hands.
Okay, that's
Vijay Kumar said that your happiness is in your hands.
your happiness is in your hand. Okay, this can also go. Fine. And what about second image? Second image, what it motivates?
While in internal composure and silence, you get an idea. Brilliant idea.
It is motivating creativity.
Creativity. Okay. Anything else?
Mindfulness. Thinking before speaking.
Okay.
You are your own strength. The strength lies within you.
Okay.
Happiness is a state of mind.
Yes, yes.
Happiness is a state of mind.
Okay.
Socho to khush.
Okay. Have anyone noticed that in this image, the person, the way of sitting, seems that they
Yes.
are into a kind of an asana that help us to meditate. And when we meditate, it means one side we are getting healthy. Another side, when we connect with ourselves, then we create ideas. Right? Okay. What third image depicts?
Collaboration.
Collaboration, teamwork, working together.
Building blocks. Very nice. So what we understood, each image speaks something. So be very careful while choosing the images.
Progress.
Especially for your house. Okay. Next slide. See, communication is really not easy. Most of the time we interpret. How? Let's see one activity. I hope you have done this activity many times in your sessions, but let us do once more time. Anyone? Any idea this picture is all about what?
What a coincidence. I chose this very picture today for my conflict resolution.
All right. Yes, we interpret actually. And because of our assumptions, we conflict. So this is a popular story. 6 men and an elephant. And these all men are blind. And out of a sudden, they are given, they put here in this place where they have to touch this object. This object is actually an elephant. They are touching it and they are just assuming according to their knowledge without knowing the fact. And when we do like that and see what result we get, it's kind of a funny thing. Somebody says it's a wall, but we know that it's not a wall. We can see it. It's a rope. It's a tree. It's a snake. It's a fan. It's a spear. So what we understood from here? Anyone? This is one of the part of effective communication. What we need to do?
Yeah, all
Perceptions differ.
Perceptions differ, opinions differ, but we should have the this to listen to people and collaborate and figure out what it is.
Okay, if I ask about the point of view of effective communication, just we communicate effectively, in what way this image help us? I want to know that.
I think if each one of them would have coordinated that, what do you feel, and communicated, they would have come to a better conclusion.
See, once again, I'm asking, because I know that this image is most of the time used for conflict management, most of the time used for team making. But here I have used this image for some other perspective. Here, what I want to say that if we...
there's someone has raised their hand, Pro Getters. You want to hear what he has?
Pro Getters, please speak.
I
Okay,
don't know who it is, the name.
Yeah,
Okay.
hi, I'm Prajakta. Yes.
Ah,
Hi.
ah.
I feel, you need to look at the bigger picture of the whole and only then come to a conclusion.
Okay. Once again, I am moving to the back slide. I hope this text may help to understand about this picture in today's context. We interpret. If we want to be an effective communicator, we should leave the habit to interpret and to assume. But most of the time we do like that. Because of that, we give wrong messages. The same is going on here in this picture. Because they are blind. So what they were supposed to do, at first they should search the option to open the eyes. They should not assume, right? They should not interpret something just by touching it. Okay. So if next time in any of the discussions, if your team asks you, so what you say about this, right? And if you want to be an effective communicator, you cannot guess something. You cannot assume something, or you cannot interpret something. You need the concrete data that you can see. Okay, after looking into the whole picture with your own eyes, now here own eyes means with your own senses, your understanding, then only speak. So this is, see, I'm not going to discuss here the tools because we know that we should have a good pitch, tone, we should have intonation in our voice. So we are not going to discuss this. We are going to learn something. And as I already gave the tagline, learn, unlearn, then relearn. Okay, so this picture is actually always used for conflict management and team making. But let's unlearn that. Let's relearn this picture for effective communication. I hope I got the idea clear to everyone. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Veena. Now, here is a cumbersome activity that I brought here for everyone, including me. Because we are not dreaming just to be the national coaches. We would like to take the projects internationally. Okay, so we must know culture also changes the way to communicate. So here I brought some case studies, probably 3 case studies where I want everyone's input. Beena, I hope I'm not taking much of time. We are left with the good time.
Yeah, go ahead, move ahead.
Okay, because the case study may take time. Okay,
We'll see.
And I want everyone should be creating some notes. Please keep your some of the, I can see that their windows are on and I can see that they are noting down a lot of things, and I'm very happy for that. And thank you so much for giving me this consideration. And I want everyone should be noting about this case. Okay. How culture impacts our communication. Okay. So here is a case study. Jim's mistake. This screen is on for 1 minute. You can read this case, and after that, where is the reflection part? We are going to discuss that. I think Bina has some reflection. I can see your big smile is telling many things. Okay. Let me see the chat box. Aruna should have informed Jim as a matter of clarity and communication. Yes, the culture says this, but why did not she? Can you understand why?
Because in Indian culture, we don't speak to our bosses. We don't tell them, point out their mistakes.
Yes.
So she didn't point that out to him.
So,
and if
yes.
Jim wants to be notified of that mistakes in the future, like if he's got to know it, he should be telling her clearly that, if I falter, please point it out to me. Make it clear. Like, it's okay.
See, can we all understand that how our, conservative thoughts, ideas, and the practices that we perform in our conservative offices in our country hampering the relation with international people because we have not studied their culture. And if we want to be an effective communicator on an international platform, we need to learn, we need to actually unlearn our culture, we need to relearn their culture, right? So, should Aruna have informed Jim of his mistake? Why or why not? Yes, Bina said the answer, Bina told the answer of why. Why not? I didn't get the answer of why not. Why not Aruna told him his mistake? Anyone? Please, everyone, please participate.
So there are a lot of comments in the comment box. Let me just read it out to you, Nutan. Okay.
See, I want that people who are giving the comments, they should speak. Only then the true meaning of this meeting will take.
Okay. So we'll give them the benefit of doubt, and I just quickly read it so that then you can, if you need to put out anything, they also feel heard. Okay. So Ramanan said, Aruna should have informed Jim as a matter of clarity and communication. Dr. Meena says, have an open dialogue. Ramana again says that maybe as a female employee, she might have had inhibitions. Power structure and hierarchy also matters. Then Vijay says it would create a negative impact if we point it out. Angeline says deference to seniors and being politically correct is hardwired into us. And Ramana says, as per Edgar Shane's cultural attributes, India is a high-powered distance country. We defer to authority or law, starting with her parents. Okay. Many people cannot speak at the same time, whereas many people can type their comment. Okay, he's saying many people cannot speak at the same time, whereas they can type comments simultaneously. And last, Hemant says Indian culture believes in hierarchy. So now you can take the other comments from Karthik and Pooja.
Okay, Karthikeyan, if you would be at the place of Aruna and if you wanted to be an effective communicator or you wanted to give some mark in the mindset of your management that yes, you are carrying an effective personality. So what would be your gesture over that?
Okay, it has happened many times in my case. So I was in Aruna's situation as I'm a sales and marketing professional.
Okay.
So whenever you wanted to just give a feedback on a particular mistake has happened with your bosses, that first I appreciate bosses, the work of the boss so far, how it's been a great guidance to me and has helped me to grow. First, I will highlight that, yeah. And also gently I'll bring to his notice in private, not in front of people. So in private, I'll just in a one-on-one, not on a phone call. But when you want to give a feedback, it should be always face-to-face. Okay. So I would either go on a WhatsApp video call or I'll set up a meeting with him and say, boss, I just want to bring to your kind notice. And I don't know, by inadvertently, I think there was some mistake which has happened. And boss, I've also corrected it. So I'll take that initiative to inform him so that he feels that, there is some mistake happened either consciously or unconsciously. So this is a kind of style I would work.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Karthikeyan, for giving this, very interesting insights over that case. So somebody wrote in the chat box that most of the time Indian bosses do not like, what was written? I want to take that comment.
Do not like to be corrected.
Do not like to be corrected. So this only we are going to learn if we want to be an effective communicator, and if we are working on an international platform, we need to unlearn the culture that we carry on. We need to relearn their culture. Please make sure for that. This is only I want to teach here, I want to train here, and I want to share here. Okay, let's discuss the next case. Yeah. Anyone else have? Yes, Pooja wants.
Pooja and Snehapal also have their hands. Maybe I think Pooja, and then we'll move ahead, and Snehapal you can do on the next case study.
Okay.
Okay,
So
unless
I
it's
just
very burning,
wanted to
Snehapal. Yes, Pooja.
Okay, I just wanted to share, maybe Aruna is,
Veena, I can't hear her.
1 minute. Pooja.
Okay, shall I?
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that, Aruna is, respecting, it is her way of showing respect to Jim, because as you said here, he is having 25 years of experience. He's quite an experienced person. So usually in India, we try to respect people, we try to respect the elders, and because of that, and the other thing in professional setup here in India, what happens is if somebody is trying to show your, mistakes, we try to avoid or stop that person by giving him negative performance or that type of feedback. I mean, as we are in authority, we will try to stop the person from moving ahead. So maybe she belongs to that culture. That's why she reacted this way here.
Yes. The same thing, Pooja. I wanted to say, we need to unlearn.
Right.
Okay.
I understand.
Whatever culture is imbibed already in us, if we are going to get some international platforms, or if we are going to get some other platforms where the culture is completely different. See, many times we choose the company for their culture. We say that we heard a lot about this company. If the HR asks you, why do you want to join our company? And we incidentally say that, I heard a lot about the culture of this company. And they ask you, what do you know about the culture? We need to learn. We cannot interpret that, okay, each MNC has this kind of culture, so you also would be having. Maybe they don't have, right? So this is only the agenda for today's session, that we need to unlearn first of all. If we are going to put ourselves in a new box, so we need to relearn their culture. And especially if we are moving to international culture, so we need to know that their culture is quite far different from our culture. Okay, let's see one more case study. I hope everyone is enjoying.
Yeah, enjoying you then. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Sandeep is out of the office. Everyone, please read this case study, then we work on reflection. Take care in your mind that we are going to unlearn and we are going to relearn. Okay, Beena got some insights, maybe relatable. Well, I'm not sure that how many are here in this session who are working with some international teams. Yes. Okay, shall we start reflecting? Shall we start?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. I would like to know from you if anyone want to come ahead first to give some reflection. What culture and or personality traits are influencing the communication here? In this case, especially, what kind of personality trait influenced? See, Sarah said, can we do the teleconference tomorrow, 7 p.m.? Sandeep, better if we can wait, but I can do it if you like, if it's necessary.
He's trying to be accommodating, pleasing, right?
Pleasing, yes,
Trying to
absolutely.
please.
You know what? The international people out of India culture, they're very
very
quickly,
straight.
With the blink of the eye, they understand that, okay, they are Indians because they try to please. They always try to accommodate others. Then you cannot be an effective communicator. You cannot be an effective speaker. Okay.
Yeah. And what we need to do is a clear-cut yes or a no. They're quite clear. You've got to be decisive. It's either a yes or a no. There's no maybe. That is what you're doing when you're saying.
And because of his personality trait of pleasing people, Sarah is nowhere. She is still confused. What should she do? So this is actually we do who are poor communicators. Then ultimately they are out from the team. They are let off because they don't speak effective. They do not complete the movement actually. Okay. What is Sarah likely to be thinking, feeling now? Okay. Anyone, any input? What Sarah would be thinking about Sandeep?
May I say something?
Kuljit raised his hand. Please, Kuljit, go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is when Sandeep said, if you like it, if it is necessary. So it might be a part of empathy. He wanted to know the reason of it, but the communication was incomplete. It gives another message to the Sarah.
Okay.
But if it could be complete, it's really wonderful in a leadership. You must get them, what kind of space your team is in. So that could be when he's completing his communication. So it is halfway the communication. So that is why it is not clear.
Okay.
Sarah got confused.
Okay, Kuljit, if I ask you to rectify this sentence, can you do? If you want to add on empathy, adding empathy is not a bad idea.
Yeah. So when he's saying better if we can wait, but I can do it if you like, if it's necessary in your kind of situation. So may I know, Sarah, why you are particularly asking to postpone it? So
see, this is only
going into her space. That's more important.
Okay.
And you always, we used to have, like in our own groups also, we used to say, kindly vote, is it 6 o'clock or 7:30 or 8:30? We take voting. Because we want to see the people, which space they are in.
Okay. So what I understood, I want to comprehend your message, Kuljit, that rather saying that if you like it or if it is necessary, so we can have a clear-cut conversation, like we can vote for that. So here you have given one step where Sarah can fix herself. So this is the right way. Madhu wants to say something.
Well, I kind of lost what I was about to say. So I'll still go back to because there was a lot of
rocking session. Sorry, Madhu, but we have been having a rocking session in the chat box.
Exactly. That's why I kind of got distracted. So,
So Bihar.
anyways, I'll get back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
See,
I say,
there is.
Okay, may I?
Excuse me, can I jump in? I'm Sundar here.
Okay, see, this is only I want to say people started bombarding the messages in another way. Yes, Sandeep's sentence is given.
Nutan, you're not clear. Nutan,
Okay, may I?
come again.
something's
Come
wrong
again.
with
Come
your
again. What you are saying? Yeah.
mic.
Can
I
I
want
speak?
to say that as
May I?
No. Shh. Let Madhu speak, and then we will have the others. Please.
Okay.
Thank you. I just propose a raise of hands, and Bina, probably you can steer the, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can give us a token of talking as you have given me. Thank you so much. So what I feel is Sarah would get this feeling that this guy is, indecisive. And that also speaks a lot about the character of a person. When you work as a team, you need to be a very strong character and a strong decision maker also. So when he's saying, better if we can wait, but if I'll do it if you like it. So, it's really indecisive. So that is what Sarah is going to take it. And like, as per my perception, and this is not a very, a positive aspect of a person as a team person.
Yes, very good. So what, Bina, shall I speak something or shall I take the comment from others?
I don't know. Even Snehpal has put his hand up. Snehpal, you want to contribute? Don't digress from the subject, okay?
To the point, very simple. Sarah will exactly think, and she will think that maybe I was thinking to marry this guy, but certainly I will not. Otherwise, you will tell that I will ask my mom and then I will tell you.
Yes.
Go.
How to be decided?
Rakhi,
Yes, no.
Rakhi,
Will you marry me? Yes, no.
We'll give Rakhi a chance. Rakhi, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. See, for me, it purely looks like, he has been very passive. Sandeep has been very passive in his communication. So he needs to be assertive here. So he needs to be transparent about the reason for proposing that why it needs to be postponed. So for me, that is the concern. He has to be transparent with it. He needs to say, and then he can give an option. Okay, this is the reason. So can we connect at a later? This is the reason. Okay, so that is basically, become very confident. So we all look forward people to be assertive, even because I worked in a very diverse culture. Therefore, I'm telling you, and I do a lot of trainings on assertiveness. Therefore, I am. Yeah,
Great,
thank you.
great. Thank you so much.
So
for
now
this
please hold on. Okay, Kalpana, Pooja,
Yeah.
please hold on. Let her move ahead because she has 1 or 2 more case studies. Okay, we'll give you this to share.
One more case study, and I think that is the last one, and that is very interesting. Very.
Okay.
It is monsooned. This will take 2 slides. So once you are done with this slide, I would be moving ahead. So just let me know, okay? Shall I move further?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yes, you may.
I'm done.
Uh-oh. 2 weeks later. Now let's see what happened. Okay.
Thank you.
I want to hear from the people who have not given their input yet in last two cases. Kindly go ahead. Did Abhinav agree to the initial timeline requested by Rebecca? Was he agree?
Raise your hands, okay? Raise your hands, you will call on me.
Pooja.
Okay, Pooja.
No, he did not agree because he said, do you think it's aggressive and do you think it's possible? So it means he was just hesitating to say, no, it's not possible, but he didn't say it directly.
Okay. Abhinav, I went to the previous slide. Abhinav, that timeline is pretty aggressive. Do you think it's possible? So here, Abhinav put the question, Rebecca, I think it will require some creativity, blah, blah, blah. Abhinav said, okay. How come we say that he did not agree? He said, okay.
He tried to push her by saying, to convey her that it's not possible by asking a question. But then when she said, okay, we can be creative and we need little hard work, then he said, okay, we'll try. Okay means here not yes, it means we'll try.
Yes, this is only we need to unlearn, darling. We people who are following the conservative tradition, we kind of okay is actually not okay. But for them, okay means okay. Means that is done. Okay. And even he wrote it done with 2 or 3 days to spare. Just he's buying the time for 2 or 3 days. But what happened? 2 weeks later, he completed only 40% and he's so happy. He is, in the sky or flying in the sky because he has completed 40%. Don't you think?
Yes. Sorry, but I want to interrupt. मेरे को एक thought आ रहा है, and which I want to say. Here we are talking about communication and we should learn and unlearn our Indian ways of culture और दूसरा का culture में है. उन लोगों को कोई ऐसा ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है क्या? Are they going through that? इनका के साथ कैसे डील करना है?
Yes.
What is Indian culture? What is our Indian nod? Do they understand that?
No, Bina, that only. They don't need to learn because they want perfection. And if somebody is imperfect, they just remove them from the team.
No. I am not game with it.
No. Ask them the stories about the long weekends, Christmas holidays, New Year, other bashes, July 4th.
Yes, I did not understand.
Ask them the stories about long weekends, Christmas holidays, July 4th, all excuses.
All excuses. Sorry to, take it away, but yeah, go ahead. I'm really sorry to take it on a different tangent.
No. Everyone, we live in a democratic country and everyone has right to speak. Okay. What might Rebecca be thinking about Abhinav? What she would be thinking? People who work with some international brands, they would be understanding, they would be relating it.
Abhinav is not able to keep up his promises.
Yes. Abhinav is not able to
keep up his promises. Yeah.
Yes. And he would be very soon laid off from the project.
Highly unreliable.
Yes.
What might Abhinav be thinking about Rebecca? Ab Abhinav ko lag raha hai, I am innocent. I did my best. Even then, Rebecca is so cruel. She did not understand me.
Can I say something here?
Yes, please.
A very Indian way. What does Rebecca know about Indian monsoons? Does she even know how Bombay drowns or Kolkata drowns or Delhi drowns? Look at her sitting there and asking me to be creative. They sit in the US world and think that we Indians are not working. They have no idea how we are coping up. I think that would be Abhinav's thoughts.
Okay. Let's take your thought or your idea only into consideration and let's rebuild this conversation effectively. Okay? We know that this is genuine. If Mumbai's or India's monsoon is, very bad and very uncertain, taking that scenario in the mind, But here, when Abhinav was given the opportunity to speak about that, why he did not speak? Why he agreed okay? Question is this.
No, okay could be a filler word as well, right? No, I'm sorry, right? See, this happened with me, right? When I was in US, and one of my class, she was saying that project is not going well, and for me the okay is a filler word. I said okay, and immediately she said no, it is not okay, right? So we need to understand what he meant by okay, whether it is a filler word or whether he really agreed or not. Those kind of thing. And I agree with Beena, right? Even in the case study one, the person is working from Pune. He needs to understand how Indians work. It is not always that we should always learn, right? Everybody should learn others' culture. Yeah. I don't want to digress further. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your inputs. And next, what was the last question? How will this incident affect their future interactions? Now, how Rebecca and Abhinav would be interacting in future? Yes, Madhu?
I think Abhinav's future is doomed. He's out of the team.
Okay, by any chance, if Abhinav is having some skills that Rebecca likes, so how they would be proceeding? Pooja, you want to say something?
Yeah, actually, not related to this question, but I just recently saw one YouTube channel, Mr. Tom Verghese, and he is cross-cultural communicator, and he told that in high context like India, the high context culture people, yes means yes, yes means maybe, or yes means no also. But
Okay.
in low context, it is yes means always yes.
Okay.
So this is what we need to understand, that okay, when we talk to US people, they are low context people. So we need to tell yes only means when we mean yes. Our yes should not have, different meanings in different context.
Okay. So what I always believe, that if we are little confused somewhere that in what context it should be taken, just ask.
Yes.
Please ask. Okay. This is only the way that will make you effective communicator. Yes, Kuljit, you want to say something?
Yeah, I would like to add, like in the last question when you asked that how will this incident affect their future interactions?
Okay.
It is when we are in communication with anyone and we tell them how we plan, this was my plan A, this was my plan B, and this was my plan C. And this is how I got affected by the time frame, and this is how I got affected by the cost frame, which you gave me. And this is the limitation of a company policy. So this is how these three things got affected, and we couldn't able to do it complete. So that is, when you are aligned with the reason and logics, that's okay. There's nothing personal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We buy your point. I buy your point. Absolutely right. So I always believe that.
Shall I bill you for this? You said I buy your point.
Thank you so much. See, this is once again the part of communication only. Okay, jokes apart. So this is all about today's session. And this is my last slide. I hope I created some inputs and I helped you all with some kind of a knowledge, though I am very amateur into soft skills and you all are so experienced. I tried my level best to add on the value into the session. Okay.
Thanks, Nuthan. Thank you so much for your elevated communication styles. And really, it has an effect on us also.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to round it up, I would just say it is so important, right? How we communicate. Many a times we don't realize that we have to just, take the person or emotion away from it and just look at the message neutrally and figure out whether it, you want to have it as a yes or a no, keeping everything into consideration, right? So lot of things to think. And मेरे लिए तो टेक अवे ये है कि भाई अगर हमारा इंडियन कल्चर कोई सीख रहा है, हमको दूसरा कल्चर सीखना है, तो उनको हमारा कल्चर भी सीखना है. दोनों का ट्रेनिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी होना है, उनको भी सीखना है. They also should learn.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I really
So
want to know
for that reason, you must have believe in yourself, your own culture.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
we
that
are
is
all,
exactly why कुलजीत, इसीलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ, क्योंकि सारे बार हमारा इंडियंस को हम नीचा नहीं दिखा सकते.
yes, this is what I want to say. Most of
Okay.
people are saying Indian to ऐसे ही है. No, nothing like
No,
that.
no, no,
We
nothing
are
like that.
much superficial than other people.
May I put a point here?
Yeah,
May I put
yes,
a point
please.
here? Let us just stick to communication and not the cultural part. The fact remains that we somehow or the other lack confidence to speak up, be assertive, or take a stand. And that is where our communication skills is taking a beating, not our
Perfect.
hard skills. So,
Perfect, perfect.
you know, that is one point I think Nutan was trying to convey to all of us. And whenever I looked at that communication skills where we can improvise to be a global person, we are Indians, we will be Indians, but ambiguity is not an answer. The first case study where he says that karna hai to karo, nahi karna hai to nahi karo, that is like, you know, I am neither here nor there. It would have been best if you would have said, I am traveling, it will be inconvenient. Can we hold it at another time? Why don't we know our own mind? Why aren't we able to speak our own mind? Communication is speaking up what you're thinking. Correct. So that was one point that came to me. The second case study, unfortunately, something was happening in my house and I couldn't concentrate on that. The third one, he just said randomly, okay, and said, having monsoons here. Now, if there was an Indian opposite, when he said this line, there is monsoons here, it was a tip off. If I was there and someone told me and said, nahi, monsoons chal rahe, I know that the thing is not going to happen. He has indirectly responded saying things are slow in monsoons. Right? The other person, because they always communicate with a direct communication, they speak what is in their mind. So they will never understand that this point which he added later, there is monsoons here, means that this training may not be effectively complete in 15 days. Another point we never considered, which I wanted to speak up, was she said, let's be creative, which means online sessions could have been managed too across multiple branches of their company. So when she said, let's be creative, at that time itself, the person would have, if someone ever told me, be creative, let's work hard. Okay, what is your idea of creativity? These are my challenges. Open dialogue among people should always be welcome.
Yes.
Keep the culture aside. And when it comes down to open dialogues, I think we all do take a back seat. We go defensive, or we attack the person, or we go mute. No, I'm not gonna say anything over here. That is how we communicate.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So let us just look at an openness, have an open communication, learn, take a page from them that will not take away our Indianness. Yes, I know that for sure. Because I am an Indian, I will be an Indian. But there are times when I have hesitated to communicate and I have had huge losses because I couldn't speak up. So if I can learn something from them with their culture, speak up what is there in your mind, say it nicely in a better tone. We are always defensive, I'm sure. We can have this communication skills applied everywhere and we can be better, which will not just have Indrani Nui and the other person as the Google and other CEOs. All of us can be the CEO of each and every conglomerates that are across the globe.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Nutan.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoyed. And thank
you
you,
so
each one of you. Thank you.
Nutanji, here I would like to just add one point. Satyavani here.
Yeah.
While we are having the conversation with the concerned official, either you be with the reasons or you fight for the results. there the straightforward communication will come out. Either we are supposed to be with the reasons, or we have to fight for the reasons.
Yes.
There the communication, yes.
Yes, either. Both of the cases, we have to be very open up for the communication.
Yes,
This
yes.
is only the way.
Yes.
So,
Thank you,
Pooja,
thank you.
Yeah.
are you want to say something quickly?
Answer, yes.
Because I then
answer
want to go
Beena's
into the
question.
chat box. Okay, I want to go into the chat box after that. So quickly, yeah.
Okay, to answer Beena your question, whether they learn our culture or not, yes. Even when US companies, they work with Indian companies, they undergo this cross-cultural communication. Because I am in US now, I do understand these things. जितना problem हमें होता है, उतना उन लोगों को भी होता है to understand this thing. So they do go undergo these trainings. Okay, तो दोनों तरफ से है, but to be more clear and to understand on the, like, to be on the same page, we need to be more direct. Because उनके इसमें ambiguity नहीं है, ambiguity अपने communication में है. That's why we need to be more
क्योंकि
clear.
हमारा जो है वो हमारा जो what do you say, the colonial culture has put us on the back foot, right? That is the upbringing, that is the this. So we are always on our back foot and we are trying to be people pleasers. So got your perspective. Yeah, thank you. Snehpal, क्या है? बहुत हंस. What do you say?
So if Rebecca says sorry to Abhinav, what may happen? I just want to show you that.
Okay. So this is some naughtiness, okay, happening.
If Rebecca says sorry to Abhinav, what will
I
happen?
told him he was right and that it was my fault. These are jokes
We are not
apart.
used to this.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
गलती
So,
हमेशा हमारी है.
okay, ठीक है जी, Snehpal ji. So, Nutan, I'm quickly going through the chat, okay?
Okay.
And just sharing some things. So, yeah, Meena was saying we are in a globalized corporate culture now. And yeah. So, Ramana says, well thought out case studies, all the three. Thank you. These are reusable learning objects we can use in our own trainings. Thanks,
Yes, of
Nutan.
course.
Yeah, and Reddy was saying, Mohana Krishna was saying that it was very nice explaining Kalpana ji. Hemant is saying, my takeaway is effective global communication requires being aware of cultural differences.
Yes.
If we are working in multinational companies.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the right takeaway.
Yeah. And Ramana says maybe some, okay, that was for me, okay, should read the things.
Yes,
to
please.
Nutan. Yeah. And need to, okay. Karthik, thank you. He's thanking you, Nutan, for a wonderful session. Karthik is thanking you.
My pleasure. Thank you
And
so much.
clarity of expression comes from clarity in mind, indeed, Pooja, says Dr. Meena. So I think that just about sums up the session. And, I just want to take this opportunity, Nutan, to say a few words. Thank you very much for bringing in a whole new perspective about communication.
Thank you.
Okay. And a new way of looking at it. I mean, kuch to bulb jala. Okay. Something different way of looking.
Okay.
And we also enjoyed a lot. You've been very naughty on the chats here. I just realized that I have that naughtiness in me also, right? Thank you very much for this opportunity to learn what? Unlearn, learn, unlearn, and
Relearn.
relearn.
Yes.
Yeah. And you want to say a few words? Anything you want to say, Nutan, to conclude?
Just a vote of thanks to everyone who were the patient listener, first of all, because we started with the graph where Indians especially, they overlap the conversation. But I'm very happy and I'm very glad that you all gave me the opportunity to speak. And yes, this session was prepared with some kind of aims and objectives, and I was able to, achieve those objectives very nicely. I must say that because of your help, everyone's help, because I wanted your input more into that, and I received that, especially Kalpana, Pooja, and Snehpal, and Madhu, and some people who worked with international teams, and they shared their
Ramana,
experiences.
Anjali, yeah.
And this is very important for me because, you know, we all dream to be working with global companies. And this is actually the need of an hour, that we need to understand how can we be an effective communicator in their campuses. Thank you very much. And Elvis, and to everyone that gave me opportunity. And
okay. So let's show some love to Nutan for her fabulous session. And who's going to take pictures? Come on, 1, 2, 3. Let's all show some love to her. Please come on camera. Can someone take a pic? I don't know. Mine doesn't work. Rajendra, can you take a pic, please?
I can take. Oh, okay, wait.
Yeah, please. We'll go again. 1, 2, 3. Let's all give her a heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Done.
Okay. And also cheers to the Tuesday Learning team. Salam bhai, please take all our salams for the, the commitment and the, week after week, you keep bringing new fabulous speakers for us. Right?
Before we end today's session, I was just like to make one submission. This is my second Tuesday learning session, only second, because I have my, I'm in a boarding school here. It's a day-come boarding school. So I have my extra classes for the boarders on Tuesdays. So I told them that, I don't know, you fix your schedule somehow, but I have to attend these Tuesday learning sessions. And I'm so glad I could make that. I mean, this is just the second session. And now I'm like, how much have I missed already? So, but I'm happy whatever I'm getting here. So it's amazing sessions. Tuesday learnings are amazing. Thank you, team.
Madhu, you have
Just
not missed
go,
anything.
it is
You can
all
always
there.
go back to the YouTube
Yeah.
and watch the screenings.
Yeah.
So what I feel is, live is live. There's so much of life to live.
वो है पर बहुत काम करता है, because I went through the conflict resolution session. Brahmara reminded me, Beena, there is this whole session we had. You forgot. We were looking at how to prepare for the session, and she said, there's this whole session. And that was all that I did yesterday. I was out. I did it, went through the YouTube session, and I got prepared for my 3-hour session. Right? So thank you very much. And I think that's it. We ended on time. We're not overshot. Thank you very much for your time, all of you. And happy learning.
Thank you, Nutan, for stepping in the
Thank
last
you.
minute.
Thanks
Appreciate
everyone,
that.
especially Snehpal and Beena.
Yeah. Thank you, Nutan.
And
Thank you.
And good night, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Happy Dashera,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy
Yes.
Dussehra.
So guys, keep coming on Tuesday learning sessions week after week and enjoy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
good night.
Bye, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Salam nikal gaye. Okay. Chale, okay. Bye-bye. Snehpal ji, we'll connect late out on phone or something. Bye-bye. Thank you, Rajendra.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.